Hey, what's up? I'm Jabari Saunders, host of the Second Half Podcast. And before I sat in this chair behind this mic, I was a two-time All-American who played pro basketball overseas. When I started my second half, I worked with some of the biggest brands in the world, and also some of your favorite athletes. Welcome to the Film Room, where I put you up on game of what's going on in the sports industry, so you can make your next move your best move. Let's get it. I know you don't want to hear it, but it's happening. Literally right now. It's the transition of sports. The greats, the GOATs, they're all starting to go away. They're heading into their second half. No, when you pay attention to it, like, look, Father Time is undefeated. That's just the reality of it. We just heard last night, Ronaldo said that was his last World Cup. Neymar Jr., that was his last World Cup. But that's just in football, right? But you got to think about it. Kyle Lowry just announced he's retiring. LeBron's not too far from it. We see the gray showing up, and it's all good. We all got him, and we all gonna get him at some point. But let's be real. It's different when you see the people who you've looked up to, who you've watched day in, day out. You've grown with them. They've been a part of your daily sporting conversation. Whether it's the WNBA, when you got Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, hell, Cappie Pondexter, Maya Moore, Candace Parker. Like, the OGs are the OGs. And at one point they weren't, but now they are. And now they transition into not only being a GOAT, but also no longer being a part of the game and playing that we're seeing with them on the field, or on the court, on the pitch. And it's tough to watch. I'm not going to lie to you. And I think that as I've grown up watching MJ, he's all-time my GOAT, period. But watching him, he was just a part of the day in, day out, and that you didn't know any different because you saw him play every game, you know, with the Bulls and the Wizards. And when he started to kind of transition out, we didn't think much of it because for us, I felt like that's when the internet boom started to hit, and so you started to see a little bit more videos of MJ. Obviously, Jordan Brand was huge, Gatorade, so we still saw bits and pieces of him, specifically on court. But, like, when you really think about it, it's like now when you're looking at other GOATs like LeBron, they're starting to transition out, Tiger Woods, that's starting his journey and transitioning into his second half. You know, you look at some of these athletes, Venus and Serena, the GOATs of tennis, like, let's be real. We're at that time. It's just the reality of it. We're at that time where we're starting to see the best of the best now transition into what they're going to do next in their second half. Now, let's be real. Most of them have all made hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and that's all great, so they should be good. But I think for the culture of the sports, respectfully, it's going to be completely different because when you look across the board, who will be the next one? I think the only one who might be in the lead right now is in baseball, and that's Shohei Ohtani, right? That man is amazing. But when you look at across the board who's up next, it's wide open. And I believe, and this is just my own personal opinion, I honestly believe the reason why we haven't established the true kind of the next wave up of who's going to be the next LeBron or the next Serena or the next Tiger is honestly because it's been overshadowed by so many other things. Entertainers have now taken the spotlight, and YouTube streamers have all taken the spotlight away from the focus of being on sports. We always saw entertainers and sports and athletes as being the ones that we navigated towards of being like, man, that's the greatest. We see Beyonce, that's the greatest. We see Taylor Swift, that's the greatest. You know what I mean? Like, entertainment drove us. Jay-Z, you know what I mean? Like, that's what drove us to connect with them. But now it's so spread out to where I'm sure this next generation, some people might even say Speed. And that's real. Because he's a part of so many different things. He will be on the pitch at the World Cup, but he'll also be sitting courtside at an NBA game. But not just here in the United States, he'll also be in Nigeria. He'll also be in Dubai and exposing so many things to the world and explaining it through his vision that we always saw in textbooks and things of that nature. I know I'm getting a little off subject, but I just honestly feel that now entertainers have now broadened itself to YouTube streamers, and now that's taken away from our GOATs. Who's going to be the next up? But I ain't going to lie to you. We are truly at that time in a pivotal moment in sports where our identified GOATs are going to be shifting into their second half. And whoever's up next, we will see what happens. I got a couple ideas of a couple of people that I think that could make a huge argument for being just that. But we'll have to see what Anthony Edwards does. We have to see what Olivia Miles does. Of course, we got Asia Wilson. I ain't going to forget about her. But we have to see what so many other athletes that are coming up and playing and see who is actually going to take the crown of being a GOAT in their respectful sport. Who you guys think is going to be up next? You know, we look at it across the board. You got so many athletes, whether it's basketball, football, baseball. You guys agree with me? You don't? Who you guys think is the GOAT of this time right now and where we're headed? Because I honestly think it's going to be a whole lot different from how I grew up and what this next generation is going to look like as it relates to sports. So you guys write down right below. Let me know what you guys think. We out. Film Room. Peace.